Hi, Statesman Nation. Here with Sean Gosewisch, the head women's cross-country coach. We'll talk about that side of things now and break it down, I guess, as returners and newcomers. But let's go back to 2015, revisit that season and what it all entailed.
2015, one of the high points of that was that we were able to score as a team every meet. Not always the best score, but we're not relying on anybody else but our own athletes for the past couple of years now. And that's, while it may not seem like much, that's a big step up from where we were 5 years ago.
No,
or so.
Yeah.
Specifically conference, kind of in the same boat as the men's. We lost our second runner, sometimes our first runner, actually,
definitely.
the day of conference, and that definitely hurt us.
Yeah.
We ended up 8th or 9th. I want to say 9th. In the conference, it's really bad that I don't remember that, but
well, there's a lot of teams in our conference too.
Yeah, it was a rough day, regardless. And we got to improve on that for sure. It's a necessity. Yeah. And with the returners in, Guadalupe, Deja, and Lexi and Ariana, 4 out of our top 5 last year coming back. That's definitely a boost.
Mm-hmm.
And technically, Charlotte's coming back. She was with us this past semester, but couldn't run for us. She came back in great shape. And then we've got some newcomers in Brianna Lee and Rachel Serbaugh. They both came in great shape, actually. We had our first practice this morning, and they were both killing it. So they're going to do big things for us, rounding out that top 7.
Great. Okay, let's break down the returners a little bit more, talk about each individual.
Sure. Guadalupe, I fully expect to be our number 1. She did big things for us last year, breaking into the all-time top record board.
Yeah.
And honestly, I expect her to get under 19 this year for a 5K. So she should take that number 1 spot for us on the record boards.
Yeah.
If everything goes well. She's always got a great attitude, and she's the de facto leader of the team.
Yep.
Deja's kind of in that same boat. She had a great year last year, and I expect her to be consistently getting better this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
She should be our number 2 athlete right behind Lupe. And then Alexis and Ariana, they've made big strides just over the past year, and I fully expect them to keep improving as well. Just a matter of consistency. They both kind of overcame some injuries last year, and I think now they put in the correct training over the summer and have been staying consistently on top of things. It should be hopefully smooth sailing from this point on.
Yeah, a little bit of crossing the fingers and all that stuff, right?
And then it'll be interesting to see what Charlotte's capable of, seeing as how she trained but couldn't race last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the newcomers, see what they're all about.
Yeah. Okay, break down those newcomers a little bit.
Yeah. Brianna Lee, she's out of Oklahoma. She's got a great attitude, quiet girl, smart girl, but she's ready to run. She she loves the sport, near as I can tell from what she's told me. And then Rachel came in with a couple of injuries too, but she's been working on it, and she was right up there running with the girls like normal today. So we'll see what they're made of.
Right. We talked about the schedule being the same as it was last year. You said at least on the men's side, which I don't see it being any different on the women's side, that basically the scheduling and your training probably going to be about the same. Anything different that you want to do with the girls to continue building them up and getting them closer to where they need to be be competitive in the conference? Yeah,
I mean, specifically for girls like Lupe and Deja, they're going to be doing more work. They'll be doing more mileage. It'll be a little bit more intense because they're older now and their bodies have adjusted to the training, so they can handle that.
Right.
And then for the newcomers, it's about, for the most part, just staying healthy while being able to handle the training.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It's a lot of pounding on the legs. So it's,
definitely.
Especially stepping into a new program from high school. For them, it's about getting in the work while staying healthy, making sure we can show up in November.
Yeah. Breaking down the conference overall, Benedictine, obviously a power, and then who else kind of figures into that, and what's a goal for William Penn this year, and how do we achieve that goal?
Yeah, Benedictine's definitely dominant. I haven't really looked at them to see how many they're returning, but regardless, they're going to
they'll reload even if they don't.
If
they lost everybody. I mean, that's what teams of their caliber can do.
Exactly. Someday we'll get there.
Yeah.
But after them, it's kind of a gamble. Again, Baker and Mount Mercy are always up in that mix. I know CMU can always throw in their hat there too. So between 2 and 4, it's always up in the air. And for us, if we get 7 to the line and we get some low sticks out of Lupe and Deja, then we should do way better than 9th. Again, I'd like to be 7th or better, be in the top half of that conference our second year in it.
Yeah, definitely. And again, the keys to doing that, obviously you said it with the men, and it won't be any different with the women. You got to keep them healthy, and you need to be consistent with the training and all of that. But anything different with this group?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think this year we've got a lot more experienced newcomers, so we can probably push the envelope a little bit more when it comes to training this early in the season. And by the time we hit October, as long as we're still on top of things, then I think it could turn out differently for us,
right.
For the better.
Definitely.
Can push them a little bit here.
Right, definitely. All right, Coach. Well, September 2nd, you guys start with Augustana. Big meet up there in South Dakota. It probably isn't a great measuring stick because there's so many big schools and such, but at least it gets you out there and gives the ladies an opportunity to just see, how they're feeling and get them out in front of some other people instead of just running with their partners over and over. But best of luck in that one and all of the rest of them as the season goes along, and everybody can stay up with Coach and the team as the year goes on statesmanathletics.com. So best of luck this season, Coach.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.